What's up, guys? Toby, 50 Baits. Hey, bring y'all on. Got a little custom order. Not much to it, but we're gonna be shooting some Senkos. We're gonna use the Angling AI 5-inch Senko mold, and I'm also gonna shoot my, I need to get it out, the Kirby Design, the 6 1/4, I think. We're using the Dead On Black Bucket Swim Blend for Senkos. I've added salt. This is not going to be a popular statement, I'm sure, but I didn't care for the black buckets. I fight bubbles big time. I've added salt. I know salt adds bubbles. I vacuum chambered before, heated it up, put my coloring in, vacuum chambered it again, and it had bubbles before I even added the salt. So there's ways around it. I know the tricks, but I'm just saying it. Not my favorite plastic. Now I'm loving the Red Label. I am loving it. So real soft, feels good. This is a custom order. So starting with green pumpkin. Tournament guy, he knows what's up. Green pumpkin. We're gonna add blue, 040, and I'm torn. He wants pink. I have this pink here that came from Barlow's, but it's an 015, and I have this hot pink, which I think would look so good, but it is a really small. It is almost like a powder, so I don't want to use it. We're not going to go heavy with the flake. I have talked with the guy. Here's another thing. If you message someone wanting baits and you bug them all the time in the morning, all the time at night, that's fine. Don't get me wrong. But when I have a question, you won't answer. What the heck, man? So I've made the decision to go with a little bit bigger Barlow's pink. I would really love to put that in there, but like I said, it's so small, I don't think it's going to work. So with almost 2 cups of plastic, we're going to go with one. Let's go level scoop first of blue. To me, this is going to be a sort of a play off of a tilapia color that I make. He just said he wanted these 2 type flakes. I'll make a little tilapia and I'll put a small orange in there too. But and you can mix that up with being in watermelon or green pumpkin, either way. So I think it's going to be really close to that, without going crazy heavy on the flake. That's all I'm going to add right now of the blue. I'm going to do the same here. We're going to go less. We're going to go about 3/4 of the pink. This is more of a lighter pink, I guess you'd say. Can't think of them proper words for colors, but a little lighter color, almost a mauve or some crap like that. All this stuff's in the way, and I'll show y'all some baits I've been pouring. Just fish catching baits, just green pumpkin, nothing special to it. I might have put too much flake, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, I'll go in and add more plastic once I get this down a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit more green pumpkin because I want it darker. I like a thick green pumpkin. Most of my guys that fish tournaments do too. They want a thick green pumpkin, especially in a worm. I didn't count. I just added a whole bunch of it. That's Little Works 109 as usual. That's the green pumpkin I go with pretty much all the time. So I don't know what you can see. Little blue flake, little pink flake, and I think we're close to shooting temperature. Oh, we're actually a little bit below it, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. For the guy that said mixing on top, man, I do that mainly when I'm doing videos, just so you can sort of see what's going on. I usually always mix down in this little recessed area because I don't want to get burnt. So I appreciate it, bud. But I also I didn't grab that other mold. My gosh. This Senko does draw down a lot, and I do like to hold pressure on it for about 8 to 10 seconds. Just because, you know, bigger bait, more cavities, it does like to draw down. So, to keep that from affecting me, top it off, I should have probably used a screw extender. We're going to heat this right back up. I don't want to heat that bubbly crap that's on the top, but what you have to deal with sometimes. We'll get that started and I'll find this other mold. And I hope this one doesn't sink down too far. Let me top it off again real quick. I did add 1/8 of a cup of salt and just a little bitty bit more. He likes them salted, and I get it. Let me find this other mold. Come here, mold. Where you at? Where you at? I believe this is it. Yes, the Kirby. Now I gotta find all my little clamps and everything else. I'll just take these off the smelter. I was shooting some of them. For anybody's still wondering, I'm still shooting the smelter. I still don't have any problems. I know a lot of guys had questions about it. I still don't have a problem. The 3-inch is amazing. I'm gonna throw one of these on just because, just to make sure I got enough clamping. It'll be up here, all up in the way. And I'm probably gonna need every little bitty bit of this plastic. Stir it up real well when you've got that salt in there, because that salt will try to settle on you at the bottom. And right before you're gonna inject, stop stirring and suck up as quick as you can. It's just what I found. It works best for me. Again, this is the Kirby design 6.5-inch stick with a split tail, and it is 8 cavities. I'm going to hold pressure on it for a good little bit and top off again. Even after topping off the other one, the Senko is still trying to draw down. It's just like a little hole in there, but I do salt some baits, not as many. I'm just not a fan. Unless it's something I'm going to throw, and I want to throw it on a bait caster, like a fluke or this bait right here. Now, if I don't want to mess with salt, which is pretty common for me, I use a lead wire. It's basically for sorry, I look rough. I've been cutting grass, doing bushes, crap again. That time of year. Leaves starting to fall. What was I talking about? I lost my mind. I'll take the lead wire, which is basically for fly tying, and I'll add it to the hook. Not down where the barb is or anything, but at the bottom area, like especially if I'm fishing a fluke. I'm not got a hook in here? Probably don't. No. But if you're throwing like an EWG hook, which most people are on flukes, the bottom of the extra wide gap part, I just put me a few twists of the lead wire. Oh, it don't fit in there. Of the lead wire to give me the extra weight if I need it. If I don't want to salt my baits. If I want the colors looking better, I don't salt them. Salt will change your colors up a little bit. It'll lighten them up, milky them a little bit, like I said on the last one. I'm going to let the video go a little bit longer. The last one for the guys that subscribe and commented, just a little bit longer, and we'll do that. Been shooting some of these as well. Hula Grub, twin tail grub, whatever you want to call it. Just green pumpkin, black flake, fish catchers. And you see how dark I like to go with the green pumpkin. There's times that, I don't go heavy with it. But anything that's going to be used on a jig or whatever, dark green pumpkin just seems to get bit, man. Love it. So that's my number one tip for everybody. And some of these guys are, I think I told y'all before, these tournament guys, some of them get a little crazy with it. I want this, I want that, I want it like this, like that. I get it, but do understand that not everything is possible every time. And also understand that if we do custom work, we don't have a supply of it. We have to do it. We have to be off. This is a busy time of year for me, especially with all the tree work right now. Of course, after the hurricane and stuff. All this, hey, I need it now. I mean, okay, bro. I'll get it done. I promise you. And there was one that ran out of plastic. I do a bunch of these. Just, I love that worm. I always have an inventory of those. So if I'm at a boat ramp, whatever, pulling out, I see a kid fishing or something, I'll give them some. And if whip somebody's butt, I won't have enough to show them what I whipped their butt on. Blam! Some version of green pumpkin, basically. I'll show you these better here in a minute. And get all this stuff out of my lap and out of my way. And again, Bait Junkies, 6 1/4 inch. Finesse, trick, whatever you want to call it. Just a fish catcher. This one here is going to be on that up there. The summit didn't finish. Three of them did. You see, I do, come on. I remelt every little thing I can, bro. It's all money. Every little bit I can melt, I melt. I don't play with it. It's all about the money and saving money, and that's why I do my own baits and orders. Maybe not a ton, but do orders. I break them like that so I can just hang them and not hang the entire runner. I can melt the rest of the runner down for making more baits. These should be set up. Oh, let me hang these up here with the rest of them. You got a guy that orders these by the hundreds, so I have to keep shooting and keep shooting. I just never stop, and then I have to have mine and some of my buddies. So. But at least it gives me a little heads up, Hey, I'm gonna need some. Like I said, he wants some by the 100 when he orders, so it's a good thing. All right, let's check out the Senko or the stick bait. I don't know if you can still say Senko or whatever, or selling, I guess. I think I went a little bit much on the flake. There's some green pumpkin. Give you a different angle too, because I know see how dark it is. I only have a light on, so let's see if the light makes any difference. It may not. I about fell out my chair. No drinking. I haven't drank anything. I just almost fell out my chair on my own. Little blue, little pink. To me, it's what he wanted. I think it's along the lines of a tilapia. It's like you can see the runner better than you can see And I might have went a little bit heavy on that flake. Heavier than we wanted. We had talked about it. Like not a ton of flake. So I may just add more plastic and green pumpkin to what plastic I have, and not add any more, and see the difference I get between the two. See if the flake, of course there'll be less flake in it because I'm not adding any. But that's one thing you can do, is just add plastic back to your, whatever you're remelting or your plastic you just shot. And let's check out this Kirby. This Kirby design. Love the mold so far. I haven't had it too long. You look back, you know, I did a video on it when I got it. Now it is a monster. My gosh, it's a monster. A monster. Oh. This one got damaged in shipping. Right there. Freaking UPS or whoever. Alright, our cold front we had has sort of disappeared. We're back in the mid 80s again, and well, I mean swampy when I'm out working. I work part-time at Sportsman's Warehouse, but and I also have my lawn care type stuff. There's our 6 1/4 inch split tail. You see that flake in there before I take them out. This mold, man, to have so many cavities and to be so big and so much plastic going into it, it shoots really well, man. I have one that dented. That's it, and that was probably me, either shooting it too hot or just didn't hold pressure long enough. Matter of fact, that may be probably like the second time I've had a dent. And look at that dent, if you can see, even see it. There it is, right there, right up under my finger. See a little dent right there? I would still fish that, but since it's for a customer, I won't send him a dented bait. But like I said before, I will fish them all day long. I'm gonna remelt this. But and I have caught some of my best fish on my mess ups, or my whatever you want to call it. So I think a little heavy on the flake. But notice how your blue gives you a little bit of a green look and a blue look, depending on how you look at it. Anytime you put blue flake and do like a green pumpkin or watermelon, especially if it's a darker watermelon, it'll change it a little bit. It's just no big deal, but again, I think this is sort of a tilapia color, a version, I guess you'd say, of tilapia. Not it ain't in the exact copy or whatever, but oh, I got my 5-wood hat on. So if you've got a color that is different, let me know in them comments. Let me know what you throw, what you think is different, what you think works better, and if you found something that actually works. I mean, every body of water fish is different, so that's my thing about colors. Just because this color works here, or you know, a couple lakes here, we're lucky we have a lot of lakes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 lakes that we fish. Doesn't mean it's going to work in Ohio or Nebraska or you know. So I'm not really giving away a color that is the only color that works. I know some people are like, I don't give you colors. You may pour this color here and not catch a fish on it. You may whack them, but I've never poured this one anyway. This is the first time of doing just blue and pink. Now I will add a little bit of orange and a little bit of green if I was doing my tilapia. And I would actually flake it up a little bit more on my tilapia color. So that's it. Wanted y'all to see this color. See what you think. You think it's gonna work? You think, I really wish I had this pink right here bigger, but I don't. Oh. But what do you think? Think it's gonna catch? I think it will because it's green pumpkin. Any version of green pumpkin. I think some guys get a little crazy on flake colors sometimes, but it's a confidence thing. I get it. Boom, we talked about that before too. So, Kirby Design 6 1/4 inch fork tail stick bait, and the Angling AI 5-inch stick bait. Caught fish on both of them. I fish these differently than most people, but like I said, EWG hook, I use it like a fluke. I got some bait fish colors that works pretty good in that. And sometimes if I think it's too long, which is rare, but if I'm throwing for stripers, I like it, keep it that length. But I can chop some of it off and make that thing 5 inches, 4 inches, however much you want. And does great banging at schooling fish or over a brush pipe. So another little tip, another little trick, EWG hook, boom, yeah, money. Tell me some of your tricks. Come on, guys, I'm sharing. Y'all share with me. I ain't been winning nothing lately, so give me some tips, some tricks. I appreciate y'all being here. Stand by for, you know, give it a few more days on the other video, and we'll see what happens. Who wins? So, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Y'all know the deal. It is deer season, but I still want to go catch some fish. So, let's go catch some. We'll see. Thanks.